Hi, I'm Jacob and I'm in 11th grade.
I'm Brody. I'm an 8th grader at STEM Lab.
I was introduced to the STEM program through my middle school actually. I was requested to join the P-Tech program through the ends of 8th grade where many people were signing up to receive the STEM program. My STEM technical field is technology, so it changed my life a lot because through technology, civilization moves, and technology is a really big factor of civilization in society nowadays. So it really did change my way of thinking. It did change my way of seeing the world, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's how it changed.
So my aunt worked for the city of Northland, and she was her job had a lot to do with revolving around the schools and the community and the businesses. And she told my mom about STEM, and when I was in 4th grade, and we decided to try to get me and my brothers in, and they were going to be in kindergarten, and I was going into 5th grade. And fortunately, we all got in the same year. And then I started in 5th grade, and it was a little bit of a change because it's different from a traditional school. But the STEM model definitely, and PBLs definitely changed me as a learner because I was able to do more group work and work better with groups and bounce ideas off each other to kind of better develop our solutions.
The STEM model is different from traditional schooling because in the STEM model, you're actually trying to do something for society and for the world you live in. Against in traditional you just learned what happened and why not to do it again. Versus in the STEM program, you could change actually what changes through the course of history. So through the STEM program, you can actually try to help solve a problem that is personal to you or try to help a community that you feel comfortable with.
We focus more on doing stuff in groups and kind of classroom discussions, not so much individual work, very hands-on, not necessarily textbooks as much. And this is for every class, not just our science and engineering classes.
To work with industry partners, it's very humbling. It's a big opportunity because you get to learn what's out in the real world. What do you want to like? What working environment actually feels like, and how to actually present yourself as a proper person and as a proper and educated, well, in my case, man.
It's helpful because you're able to use experience from real world and real world data and testing, not just stuff you can do in a classroom because that's very limited as far as our PBLs go and how big the problems are. We can't necessarily take all the data we need, so it's helpful to have industry partners do it, and also it's helpful for them to come in when we go to panel and have them give their feedback on what we've worked on. Well, for entrepreneurship, I think it's kind of different than probably most of the kids at the school because one of the kids in my grade has been on Shark Tank and has his own business, and that definitely has brought more focus towards entrepreneurship just in our classes, talking about it and discussing it with him. But generally throughout STEM, I think it kind of helps because when you're designing solutions to a PBL, you have to think and make sure and try to answer all the questions that you think people will have before they actually ask the questions or before you can even go to a panel.
One of my favorite PBLs was a PBL where we had to change the way exhibits are and make them more interactive, more fun, and more attention-grabbing. So through that, we actually can make children and we can make adults even understand it from a different point of view, from a more interesting point of view that catches their interest. So I think that's very crucial, especially to learning nowadays.
So our recent one at the beginning of 8th grade was about hailstorms, and that was definitely the most challenging and one of the most fun one I've done because that one worked the most with industry partners, with working with MindSpark and helping us get drone footage of our building and help us develop solutions for different aspects of our own building. And it was fun because we were able to work on our own building, so we knew that what we were doing wasn't just like it was applying specifically to us, and it was almost a PBL for us in a way.
Right now, due to my STEM program, I'm currently enrolled in Fern Ridge Community College. So after high school, I will do another year to finish my associate's degree. And after that, I'm thinking of transferring to a four-year college.
I'm really passionate about space. I asked for a telescope for Christmas, so I like astronomy, and I think I'd like to work somewhere in that field and developing rockets and ways to get into space.